Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Today we're going to talk about fences and gates, 50 ideas for redoing your fence, depending on what it is you're trying to do. If you're trying to establish your property lines, create view lines, all kinds of different ideas that run the gamut of glass fences, metal fences, combination fences, where you combine, say, wood with a retaining wall covered with stucco. So let's get going. Starting up, the most common kind of fence, the wood fence. So wood fences like this one, this is a dog-eared cedar fence, are the most common kind of fence. Those guys will run about $20 a linear foot. This one, the flatboard style, much nicer, is going to be closer to about $50 a linear foot. So really, you can have all kinds of different styles of wood fences. You can even do something a little even more stylish. So this is ipe, a beautiful hardwood done in a horizontal wood form, and it creates a nice, really modern look. You can do it both a nice 6-foot high or like this one, 3-foot high. This one's actually mounted on a little stem wall we use to kind of flatten the front yard of this particular property. So this is again ipe. It's a beautiful wood when it's stained, really nice. But you can again dog-eared cedar, regular cedar fences. You can also stain those and create a really beautiful look as well. You can also just paint them. Another way to do wood fences to fool people is you could do wood frame on the outside and then do a stucco sheet on the outside. On the outside. So you create kind of a nice fence that is really a wood fence but looks like a stucco wall. So these are different ideas for some fences made of wood. You can also do these kind of little slats so you get some privacy, but you still let a little airflow in. So these are wood slats, vertical slats. And of course, there's the old-fashioned picket fences. All right. Moving on, now we're going to talk about glass fences. Now these are going to be a little more expensive. These are going to be closer to $200 a linear foot for these panels, and you can do them with metal panels, wood panels, composite panels. You can also do them where they're mounted on a composite surface, or you can even do really fancy like this one where you get kind of the opaque look. Now, glass fences also look nice in combination. So let's look at some combination fences. That one was a combination of glass and wood. This one is vertical wood slats mounted on a CMU wall where we had to level the front yard. Same thing with this one. Glass mounted on CMU wall. So again, if you have to level the front yard, use some CMU block, cover it with stucco, and then put something nice on top. Wood slats are really nice, or glass, or even, as you see in this particular yard, where we did a aluminum metal railing on top. And basically what we're trying to do here is establish a safety railing, but still establish the perimeter of that particular property. And again, more of the wood on top of a CMU block. So again, you can do all kinds of cool combinations. This is wrought iron on top of CMU block. And it's important that you always know what your local building codes are for what's allowable if it's right up against the sidewalk. Metal fences. Now this is your very common aluminum panel fence. This is the not so common aluminum fence. Really kind of a beautiful artistic fence. So you can do some really cool things with metal sculptures as well. But the most common type of metal fence is what I like to call these cable railings. Now this cable railing was done to establish kind of a safety on the edge of this patio and also preserve the view. Now these are expensive. Again, about $200 a linear foot, depending on the materials. Another type of metal fence is a greenery fence, where you have an open supported lattice to establish the perimeter, and then you grow vines up it, so that you are establishing a border and still having a really nice look with the vines. And then of course there's good old chain link fence. Now, a lot of problems with chain link fence is if you live someplace where there's snakes and you got to try to keep the gophers out. So I recommend using this gopher mesh against the chain link fence to keep those snakes out of your yard. And you saw that in the video last week on snake fencing. All right, the next type is synthetic fencing. Now, synthetic, also expensive, $100 to $200 a linear foot to do it, but it's never going to fade, splinter, fall down. And now, thanks to Trex, it actually comes in colors that look like wood. So definitely check out the links in the video description for some of those more realistic colors for synthetic fencing as well. But again, really good low maintenance. And again, you can still do that corral-like pickets and maybe put a little chain link on the inside, or just the traditional wood pickets but made out of synthetic. So those are some of the different fences. Now let's look at some gates. Lots of different gates. You can make gates out of wood and metal and combine them with stucco pillars. You can make them 6 feet tall, 4 feet tall, really kind of depending. But basically you want to kind of match the style of the fence. So if you have a wood fence, you can do wood gates. This one we actually had a CMU block wall, and we did a really elegant wood gate. There are lots of gate manufacturers out there. You can buy these gates already prefabricated, and you just have to customize your fence to fit that opening. Of course, metal gates for driveways come in a wide variety of styles, all kinds of cool things there. Well, check out the links in the video description for more ideas on fences and gates. And this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. Until next time, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.